as the lights go out. We're underway in a huge wheelie from Manuel Gonzalez. He cannot get the bike hooked up down towards turn one. That's completely changed his start to the race, and even Jake Dixon is alongside him at the start of it as they go into farm for the first time. Gonzalez having to recover. At the front is Diogo Moreira, who strikes early on and gets through on Canet. Canet will have the inside line into the loop though.
Yeah, Canet fights back and holds his position at his close as they loop back through the loop section of the racetrack, building up through Aintree. But that was probably the first mistake of the weekend for Manny Gonzalez, and it was a big one.
He's in 11th, Jake Dixon in 12th, it's Canet leading, Moreira in second, Senna Aegis looking racy early on, as is Isan Guevara, who comes through and up into third spot. So Guevara having a fantastic start. You see, there are still spots around this racetrack that are dampers. Canet comes back and Moreira, so the Brazilian dropped to second. Oh, that was tight between Aegis and Guevara, out of Cop's corner. Is Guevara going to attack Moreira? Oh, I thought he was, he doesn't do so.
Yeah, 17 laps around here is a long way, but Manny Gonzalez and Jake Dixon are both riders who have good race trim, as Isan Guevara leads his first Moto2 race, I think ever maybe, but yeah, he's come to the fore this weekend. We've always talked about his talent and potential. We have never seen anything like this from him in Moto2 as yet.
Canet does take Moreira though. Canet again looks strong, doesn't he, into Cops. He made that move on the previous lap and does so again. This time it's to retake the lead of the race. I have to say, the wind appears to be making the slipstream much more important than it normally would be in a Moto2 race.
It's effective, but Canet got off Chapel so well. Oh, Senna's out on the green there. Yeah, Aaron Canet got himself far enough out of the corner that they couldn't even use the giraffe. It's going to get tight.
Really tight in there. He just topped it out, didn't he? But it was Alonso on his outside who just laid the bike over the top of him, and he just had to sit up. He drops back into fifth. Canet dragging Moreira down towards Stowe. Moreira's got a little bit of a run on him here, and he's going to attack him down into the Stowe corner. He's going to keep the race. If it goes on like this, he's just going to keep it open.
Certainly slipstream there in the wind. Moreira got off Chapel Curve a lot better there, and you can see the buffeting of his front fender in this slipstream, using that to great effect, and he takes the lead. Canet not letting him lead for long though.
Oh, that's contact in Vale between Canet and Moreira. The Spaniard wins out in the end as, oh, that's Senna Aegis on that tight line. And Dixon's back to 15th. Oh, down we go. Crashing out, Manuel Gonzalez, the championship leader, has collided with Barry Baltas, who hits the fence at the back. He is furious, the championship leader. The Spaniard is not going to score any points here today in a collision with Belgium's Barry Baltas. 1 and 2 last time, both of them out.
We need to see that again. Obviously, the rider on the outside closed the door a little bit, it looked like.
Isan Guevara is still there in third, just losing touch with those in front. Here comes Alonso. Isn't this good to see? The Moto3 world champion. Isan Guevara is well, a fellow Aspar Moto3 world champion previously, of course. Goes back in front of him at Brooklands. David Alonso sideways down into Village, but is he going to be able to... Oh, wow, he's so brave, the young Colombian. I thought, well, he's not going to have the inside line, and he didn't matter. He just laid the bike over the top of Guevara.
Guevara's just shaking his head. He's not happy at all with the young Colombian rider today.
Here comes Aegis as well on the inside of David Alonso. Alonso is a pest, isn't he? Making himself really hard to overtake. Still Dixon, who's just done a personal best lap of the race, down in 13th. Senna Aegis makes this one count. Little wobble on there for Canet, and it's going to allow Diogo Moreira to come through. But he's wide. Whoa. Contact through Lovefield. Canet back in front, and look at Alonso, and Aegis almost contact through there through Wunker.
David Alonso's benefit from his
He's going to
size
take the
and
lead.
craft. Yeah,
he's going to take the lead in the race. He's gone past both Canet and Moreira. He has to go wide, does he? But he doesn't. He hangs on to it. David Alonso leads a Moto2 race for the first time, and he's doing it in some style here. A previous winner in Moto3, and he is leading the British Grand Prix. Senna Aegis now also coming through on Moreira. How things have changed in the space of 2 corners. Here we go then. Canet, firm. That's how to make a bit of a block pass, isn't it? Alonso, we've seen a couple of times. Oh, sideways, full-on supermoto style from Diogo Moreira, and the Brazilian is back into second. Still time to go in this race as David Alonso lunges down into Brooklands and somehow brings it back down to the apex. Here comes Aegis into Copse once more. Now Moreira finds himself back in 4th. That tighter line he's running. So Aegis will drop back to 4th place. Or Guevara, who's still got all this watching brief in the back as Moreira and Alonso almost collide through Copse corner.
Good to see Joe Roberts in the mix there, just behind Jake Dixon. Oh, close there with Senna Aegis and David Alonso. Senna can see that Canet's getting away, and he's going to get frustrated here. He's got to get through on this occasion. Look at the drive he's got there off of Luffield.
Every single time on the Hanger Straight, Senna Aegis loses, doesn't he? He's just losing out. Great Moto2 opener to today's race card here at the British Grand Prix. Here we go, 3 2/3 of a mile remaining in this Moto2 Grand Prix of the United Kingdom. It's Canet from Alonso. That's where Dixon passed him a year ago. Canet on this occasion, the leg still comes off the outside foot peg as it did a year ago, but this time he hangs on to the lead. Alonso right on his tail. He's got through, he's got in front, there's no way for Canet, he's got to run wide, hasn't he? He does a little, but he's going to close off the line, it's going to come down to Vale. Can David Alonso win here, just like he won his first Moto3 race at Silverstone? Canet's coming late, really late, and Aegis comes through! Senna Aegis